Hello, everyone. My name is Leah. I am the admissions coach for Southwest Institute of Natural Aesthetics.
And I'm Jennifer Imperador, the Associate Dean of Career Services here at Southwest Institute of Natural Aesthetics.
Beautiful. This is our open house, our virtual open house. This is so exciting for us to do, especially for those of you who were unable to meet us at the open house in person. So, this is our way of inviting you in. All right. So here at SWINA, we love to embrace the beauty within, right? Because that is going to show on the outside. SWINA, we're very unique.
We
Wouldn't you
are.
say?
Yes.
Yeah. What are your what are some of the unique things that you've experienced here at SWINA?
Yeah, I'm going to say personally, and also from our customers to our students, they all say that we stand out so far apart from other schools because we do naturally care. We provide holistic services and really promote the idea of treating the whole body.
Yeah.
And I love the different classes that we offer here, or the training that implements some of like reflexology, craniosacral, lymphatic drainage.
Yes.
And even though they're learning all these different techniques, they also have the opportunity to really bring in their own personality and style.
Yeah. I think that is like our unique points. We train beyond what is asked of us or expected of us as an aesthetic school.
Yes.
We allow the students to really be creative in the way that they bring the information to the clients, in the way that they express themselves through the services, and I think that speaks to why we've been here so long.
Yes.
Right? How we are one of the oldest freestanding aesthetic schools that has survived a lot. We've survived the pandemic.
Oh my gosh.
that was a blast.
Yes.
So there is proof in our pudding, as well as being accredited, nationally accredited, and holding that accreditation for so long, and our students passing the board exams with extremely high numbers. The written is at 96, the theory and the practical, that's at 87%. So it is. It's something that I'm proud of.
Same.
Yeah.
Our students, I love when we get to celebrate them when they come in and let me know that they've passed their exams.
Yeah. It's so exciting. I'll be like, oh my God, like I went through the program with you. Oh my gosh, So another thing that I believe is unique to us is how conscious we are of skincare. How we take time to educate our students so that they can educate their clientele on products they should be using on their skin for different reasons, and also just having that little extra knowledge of, hey, you know what? We should probably drink more water.
And wear our SPF.
Because we educate our students to be able to educate the clients on, what is safe, our safe ingredients, holistic wellness. So not just the skin, but the mind, the body, the spirit, all of these things.
That's so important to us, not only for our clients, but for our students and our employees.
Yes.
That's why we've been here for such a long time. And as the Associate Dean of Career Services, I love helping our students. Now they've done their training, but now I want them to fly like beautiful birds and go out into the world and actually practice and work in an industry that they came here to do in the first place, their training.
Yeah. And then you get the phone calls later on, like, I got the job. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
It is.
What is it? Let me ask you a question. Yeah. What is it that career services at SWINA does that is unique for the student experience?
I personally believe in caring for the student as a human being, right? So I'm not only helping them with their, career dream job. I'm also helping them with the everyday things while they're a student here. Because as we know, we have a life outside of school.
Yes.
And sometimes that life can be really challenging, confusing, or they want somebody just to be able to celebrate with them.
Yeah.
Because I'm a firm believer that we are not meant to do life alone. So I put my full heart and soul into this job, and I feel like these students really can feel that from me.
Yeah.
They consider me like their mama bear in this whole experience, because not only am I helping them, while they're in school, but I'm celebrating them after they're done with their program and continuing to like check in with them and making those connections, because it's a big deal. I love empowering people to really live that powerful and worthy life.
Yeah. Do you, a question that I get in admissions a lot is, do we get jobs?
You know what? I don't like the word job, because in my role, that's just over broke. Right?
Yes, that's just over broke.
And I want us to be able to like help them like connect to a place that they're so passionate about. Because in this industry, I know that a lot of our students probably have come across a lot of roadblocks of people questioning them going into this industry. Like, what, you want to do facials? And I'm going to tell you, from seeing it on the back end of what they actually do, the training, the science that they learn, right, the products, ingredients, how to care for a client, their skill set, their techniques. There's a whole thing that's happening for us to look and feel beautiful from the inside out. And I don't think people realize like how credible and how much work an esthetician puts into their training to really be out there and be taken seriously.
The time, the energy, the laughter, the love, the passion that they put into these services that they're building. They're building their own services, So it's not just a job. It is a passion. It is a love that you have for the service industry and for people alike. So let me talk a little bit about what it is that they'll learn. Okay.
I think that's great.
And you're going to learn a wide array of different services that you all can take out into the world, and you can create your own. You can go work for a med spa. You can work at dermatologist offices, boutique spas, or you can be an independent contractor and have your own boutique or your own space inside something. So with the education that you receive here at SWINA, you will learn waxing techniques. You will learn microdermabrasion, lash lifting, dermaplaning, chemical peels, aromatherapy, reflexology, craniosacral holds. You all will also be, and don't tell nobody I told you this, okay? But you'll also be formulating your own makeup. So you create foundations and lip glosses and lipsticks, and they're not just because it's cutesy. Right? It's because you want to formulate something for dry skin. You want to formulate something for acne prone skin. You want to formulate something for anti-aging. So it is an insight to what L'Oreal, Revlon, Fenty, what all of these companies are doing on the back end, and how it becomes a finished product. Right? And the testing that goes into it, and the color matching that goes into it. We know a thing about color matching, right? So it is you are going to get this full education that you can take in so many directions. Okay. there is a time and a place to come here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I love that they come here because it
Yeah.
really does create that community feel.
Yes.
And I love seeing them every day. I'm,
Yes.
cheering them on through their journey,
Yes.
and also checking in with them. I'm really good at reading people, and so if they're like feeling a little off, I want to make sure I can tend to them.
Yes. Yeah. And you have several different times and places, or times and this place that you can come here, right?
Yeah.
So we offer the daytime program. That's a 26-week program.
Mhm.
This is our full day daytime. So your first 2 months, you'll be here 4 days a week, 8:30 to 4. Then you'll come here 3 months for 3 days a week, 8:30 to 5. And then for a month, you'll have 2 days a week where you'll be here 8:30 to 5. My goodness, I haven't had coffee. So that's our 6-month daytime full day program. Then once a year, we offer our midday daytime program. It is about 8 months. You will be here 4 days a week, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then we have our evening program. That's 10 months, where you're here for the bulk of your program 3 nights a week, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., and 1 Saturday a month, 8:30 to 5, until you get down to your last month, where you're here for 2 nights a week and every Saturday. Let's talk about what we really love.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it all. I have become a SWINA addict. It impacts people as the years have gone by. Obviously, we age. We have, outdoor activities. And I'll say that a lot of people always compliment me on my skin.
Yeah.
And it's due to SWINA, really.
Yeah.
Both on the aesthetic side and the laser side.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I can tell you that we're much older than what we look. So our services extend well beyond the aesthetics program. Our services extend into laser as well. We offer an array of different techniques, procedures that you are going to learn within the laser program. And I don't think this is a typical laser program.
No, it's very hands-on.
Yes.
From the very first day of this particular program. Lots of science, again, right? We need to understand the whys and the numbers and everything that involves to create the changes that people are looking for in their skin.
Yeah, 100%. We make sure that we take you through an in-depth education of laser on top of the education that you have with the skin, because that goes hand in hand. Here at SWINA, it is a requirement that you have your aesthetics license prior to going into the laser program, because we care that much about our clients' skin. You want to have a full education around skincare, around what it is that they do at home in order to work around the laser procedures and techniques.
Contraindications,
Fitzpatrick, ab reactions, all of these things, and you want to have a full depth education on that. So in the laser program, you're going to learn a various of different things. Hair reduction is one of them. Microneedling. You've had some microneedling.
I love the results of that.
Chemical peels. I love me a chemical peel. What else? Wrinkle reduction, cellulite reduction, photofacials, acne scar reduction.
Skin tightening.
It's
not one of my favorites.
But it will be somebody, right? So we are going to give you this full panel of all of these procedures that you're going to learn, that you can then take to a med spa, that you can then take to a dermatologist's office and step right in as if you've known those things for a while. So we do have 2 schedules that you can come in on the laser program with. The first one is going to be our daytime schedule. Both of them are 15 weeks. So you're here for a little bit short of 4 months. Your first 7 weeks are 80 hours where you will be here 3 times a week. The daytime is going to be 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. And then your last 8 weeks is a coordinated schedule between your availability and the spa's availability. Then we have our evening program, same time, 15 weeks. The first 7 weeks is going to be 3 days a week, 5:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. And again, that last 8 weeks is going to be that coordinated schedule between your availability and the spa's availability.
I would have to say that the only downside of our programs that our students have like shared with me
is at the end.
Yeah. That they're done and they're sad. And a lot of times they just don't want to leave.
Yes.
We got to see them evolve and grow and, obviously be successful in the career path they've chosen.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're like the mama birds. The baby birds, you push them out, you got to go, baby, you got to fly, But one thing that I do want to touch on is that when they get jobs, we go and we support them.
Yes.
We show up for them. We make sure that our touch point with them is not severed because they've graduated.
Oh gosh,
right? No.
That's what makes us a community.
Yes. We're always in contact. We're always reaching out, checking in on them, making sure that they are getting everything that they need or that that they want out of the place that they're in. And if not, we create a space where we can go get you something else, right? We can let's start searching, let's start looking so that we can get you in a place that is like in
a good
sync.
Fit. Yeah, it's a good fit for them.
It just melts. You melt right into the place, right? What is it that you use on your skin?
Only our products. So when I first came in, I was very naive and was using in-store retail products. And I would come here to get facials. This was before I even started working here. And yes, I enjoyed my services, but I wasn't getting the results I really was looking for. And I took the leap and decided to purchase a few of our products. So we have Rhonda Allison, Hyalunia, Elta MD. We have Image, Color Science, the Perfect Derma.
Yes.
And now I've noticed a huge change because the products support the services and your end goal outcome that you're looking for. And these are very well-known, reputable product lines.
And they're high-end.
Yes.
Right? And a lot of times we get asked, why do you use such high-end products in a school setting? And it's like, well, why not? Why not? Why not learn with the best of the best? These products are fragrance free. So they are going to, you're going to get the best out of them. And, it is, I believe that these are the best products to learn with because one, there's an array of products. You're not going to fall into this rut of having just one product line in the spa because we're all not made from one skin, right? We all have unique skincare needs and skincare challenges. So we all need this array of products. And I really appreciate the fact that, we have taken that into consideration. SWINA takes that into consideration. So, Rhonda Allison, that's my girl. Okay. She will forever be queen in my eyes. Okay. Hylunia, L to MD. L to MD is used at the top burn centers, you know, so it is rich, it is moisturizing, it is something that is going to give you that SPF that you were talking about earlier. Leah, don't you go out there with no SPF, you know, so I'm constantly hearing that, you know, so, and then color science brings in this very unique product where they have SPF powders. So even if it's like, oh, I don't wear that because it'll mess up my makeup, they put the SPF in the makeup. Okay, so it is these products are very lustrous. They're luxurious, they're lustrous, they're high end, and I'm proud of them. So we are all proud of them. Yeah. You know, a lot of times when the students come in, they're very nervous. And, you know, when I'm on the phone with them, I try to rephrase and reframe that nervousness to excitement, because sometimes we can't tell the difference, right? And a lot of times it's because we have gotten so comfortable in our everyday lives that when we do something outside of that normal box, it becomes like, oh, I'm flying with no parachute. I'm falling. So once we get into the expectations of the school, as well as the students' expectations, and then what it is that they can expect, we kind of bring that reframing back in of it's not nervousness, it's actually an exciting thing because you're stepping into something new. Right? It's like, you remember when you went into high school, that first day of school, you couldn't sleep?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. You know, I can't sleep. I can't eat. I'm nervous. I don't know what to expect. You know, am I going to forget my locker code? Am I going to do this? You know, so it can feel that same way, but we want to reframe that so you guys can get more excited. You know, and that excitement is like gas that takes you to your end goal, you know. What do you want to say about that?
When you were talking about this gas for your end goal, I'm like, right? It's that fire, that fuel that really helps us continue with our passion. Because a lot of people, when they come in here, they're like, oh my God, this is my purpose. I don't know why. It just feels right. And when I'm watching them from the clinic perspective, I'm like, oh, it's because you're making a difference in other people's lives. You're connecting with them on such a deep level. They're sharing things with you because they feel safe because of your energy, right? And we teach our students how to hold space for our clients in that way so that they can like let go and relax and really receive care, because self-care in a lot of people's worlds is a luxury, but in our community, it's a necessity.
And I think that starts from day one. It starts from day one, when you get to meet the people that you are in class with, and it will never be more than 20. We average about 15, 16 students up to 18 students in the classroom, and you all are in such a tight-knit community from day one that once you get to working in the spa, that could be 2 months later, that could be 4 months later, that could be 3 months later. You know, you all lean into each other, and that is like, that's stoking that fire within you, that passion within you, you know. And it's not a look at me show.
Correct. It's a we experience.
It's a we experience. Yes. And I love the fact that it also, in the same we, it prepares you for the workforce, right? It prepares you to show up professionally. It prepares you to show up in a way that is welcoming and warm for your clients. So in the way that we do that, you all wear scrubs, but Everybody has their own personality. Again, we allow you to have your own personality and your character. It's not even an allowance. We promote it. We encourage it, right? So when you are choosing your scrubs, you can choose whatever style of scrub that just feels good to you. You know, whatever brings out your personality. It just has to be black.
Yeah, I've seen jumpsuits,
Jumpsuits.
2-pieces.
You know, the button ups, the zip ups.
They'll add some jewelry.
Yeah, they'll add some jewelry. They'll add some, and then the personality really comes out in the shoes. Oh, the shoes. You know, they do have to be soft soled. They do have to be closed toed. But you know, you have a lot of options when it comes to colors, when it comes to designs, when it comes to everything. We want your personality and we want your character to show. Yeah, because there's a lot of, you know, once we get to know you and your character, especially Jennifer, once she gets to know you and your character, there's gonna be so much support that is custom to you and your character and what it is that you want to do.
Yeah, I definitely have an open door policy with our students. They know that. If I'm not around, I'm making sure I'm reaching back to them as soon as possible, right? I think it's important to treat them as if they matter, because we forget, especially in this day and age, that we matter because we move so fast, right? So we show ways in how our students matter. What does that look like? Right? We have our massage clinic. They can get some discounts on. We also offer yoga classes. So again, these type of extras are there to help us support you as a whole body. Right?
So it's not just we in this building, it's we in this entire community. There's a yoga community, there's a massage community, and in that way, you are exposed to other services that you can, what's the word that I'm looking for? Refer. You can refer your clients to, right? You can refer your clients to a massage therapist that's within this community. You can refer your clients to a yoga class that's within this community, so that they can feel just as much of a support system as you will feel as a student here. We got some requirements, though.
You need to have some guidelines.
You got to have some guidelines. We got to have some requirements. If it were up to me, everybody would be able to come. Okay? Everybody love everybody. Okay? But here at SWINA, we have guidelines. We have requirements in order for you to enroll. You've got to be 18 years of age or older by the time the program is complete. Okay, so you have to make sure that not only are you going to be 18 by the time the program is complete, that you also have your high school diploma or your GED. Okay, you have to have the ability to work in the U.S. after you graduate.
That'll make my job easier.
Very, very easier. Okay, government issued ID makes my job easier. Okay, and you'll also complete a SWINA intention statement. It's 11 questions, most of which you and I will go over the phone, and you just answer those 11 questions and you send them right back to me. Okay, so that's our guidelines. I don't think they're very strict.
They're pretty easy to manage.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, and once we have you enrolled, and once we do all of that, that intention statement, which is extremely important for Jennifer to have, because then I pass that over to Jennifer. And then she goes through those questions and she makes sure that where it is that you want to be, what it is that you want to do, we've created those relationships in the community for you to be able to do that.
Yeah. So in my department, for us, it's important for us to make sure throughout the entire journey, from the very beginning to the very end, you get to know who we are. So we do what we call a career services visit. That way we can remind you what we offer, and remind you that we're here to help you throughout your journey, and then what we expect from you as well. So then that way, when you leave successfully. And then towards the end of your program, or towards the middle of your program, excuse me, I teach a stress management class.
Oh, yeah.
And that is so important. I brought that in because as I was looking at our students, I realized, like, oh my gosh, they need to know how to manage anxiety when they are meeting with their new clients or taking their state boards, or even just their their exams in class, right? Or the first time that they're working on a client, they need to know how to manage the stress and overwhelm. So I teach this from a very embodied and trauma-informed perspective. And then towards the end of your program, then I pop in again and I help you develop your interviewing skills. We also help you create a resume that best fits your personality. And we also bring interviewers to come in to help you with your interviewing skills. So I love that hands-on experience. Yeah. And then I've also, what sets us apart from other schools is that I've brought in somebody and we actually are doing video resumes.
Oh, I love that.
And yeah, because I want to see them go beyond or outside of the typical, I just submitted my resume and I haven't heard anything from anybody.
Yeah.
So I give them some ideas, some tools. We help them overcome obstacles. I give them specific frameworks to help answer some of those interviewing questions so that they feel really supported and grounded in their entire experience. And then we also offer state board prep classes, and that's every month. It's on a Saturday, it's virtual, and it's for 2 hours long, and it actually has helped our students do better on their state boards. And then we also offer employer spotlights. And these employer spotlights are webinars where we come across employers that are looking for grads. And so they go online to share about their company, what they're looking for in somebody, what their personal experience is like, and then also answer questions from our students who possibly want to, check out this company. And most importantly, I offer one-on-one coaching. I think it's really important that we feel like we're supported throughout our journey. And so that's why you'll see us show up at the very beginning, the middle, and at the end, and then throughout, even after you're done. Like Leo said, we still kind of keep in contact with you, which looks like through social media, through emails, right? Because I love the power of social media because it helps us stay connected.
100%.
And I get to dive into the world and see through their eyes their joy and their successes.
Yeah.
And that brings so much happiness for me too.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times these estheticians, it's like it was a big surprise for me because I used to think coming in like, oh, they just do facials or they do lasers, right? But there's so much more to this industry. You can specialize in like lashes, makeup. I have a student who's specifically going into oncology because she, for her personal journey, she had somebody in her life that she lost to cancer. So she just wanted that person to feel like a whole person, right? We've also had some students where they had finished our aesthetics program and then they also wanted to go into our massage program. So again, they can be this well-rounded service provider. I've seen people go into the medical field, dermatologist office, and like being their own business owner. And that in itself is a joy.
Yeah.
Because you learn so much about yourself. I've seen people be instructors or learn how or be a coach in this particular field. The list goes on. It's limitless. It's how you decide you want to take this. And I'm there to provide some guidance, some tools to help you along the way, and to, most importantly, help you feel empowered so that you can do this. Because the reality is we can do anything. We just have the opportunity to work on this mindset of ours to help us overcome those obstacles that stop us from really creating the life we want.
Absolutely. We've seen students go out, be successful, and come back for our Master Educator program.
Yeah.
And they create their own CEUs. They open their own schools. They they become instructors here and out in the world, so there's a lot of things that we can definitely help you succeed. We can help you get over your stress and those little butterflies in our stomach. Sometimes they're roaches.
I help you get through that. Right?
Yeah, we help you get through that.
Yeah.
But it is a beautiful thing that we can be able to help you get through. What are some things that students ask you about when it comes to the industry as a whole?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Right? We want to know that our investment actually is worth it.
Yes.
Right? And when you do your research, because I always encourage people to do their research, that's empowering. You don't ever want to be told, right? We want to know, like, what's happening in this aesthetics industry. And Arizona is an amazing, growing, steady place that's in high demand because of, right? We love luxury. We love wellness here.
And our population is growing.
Yes, it is.
I've been here for 20 some odd years, and it was not this many people here 20
and it continues to grow.
And it continues to grow. So more people, more skin challenges, more people that are looking at skincare a little bit more seriously as they grow older. So yeah, this city is a growing population for estheticians.
Yeah, in fact, our highest concentrations for employment is Phoenix, Scottsdale, and Mesa.
Wow.
Yeah, so I feel like it's just hitting all these areas, and I know it'll continue to expand throughout the West Valley as well.
Yes.
I'm already seeing that, which is great because, people always forget there's this weird divide between the East and West, and now they're seeing like, hey, we're growing all together as a community.
Yes.
And I want to remind people that your success as an esthetician really depends on you, right? Your marketing skills, maybe getting into a specialization. I'm always encouraging our students to check out our other programs with our main campus where they offer classes like you can go in more depth with reflexology,
aromatherapy,
craniosacral, life coaching, sound healing, Reiki,
massage.
So you can create this whole experience because, right, even though you may be done here, you want to continue like evolving and creating this experience so that people can see you as an investment and they keep coming back for a bigger and different experience with you.
Yes.
And that helps you with your client retention.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And referrals, like that's a big thing because when you're marketing your services, essentially you're marketing how you want your clients to feel.
Yes.
And that's coming from you. Your own energy is so powerful. It can change the state of everything.
Yeah. And I truly believe that you are the walking billboard for your services, right? And our hope for you is that when you experience the SWINA community, you can create that same stamp of community in whatever it is that you create, with whom you create it with. We want you to be fabulous in your uniqueness. Because that is very important for community to survive.
Yes.
So we really want you to be able to take what you learn here and use it as a seed, grow it into something much bigger and better and more luxurious and more fabulous, and help those that you want to help.
Yeah. So how do they make this happen? How do they make their dreams come true?
They can call me. They can call me. You can call me at 480-659-6572. There should also be a QR code right there for you to scan that goes straight to my calendar. You can set up a phone appointment. We can talk about your goals, your needs, your wants, your dreams, and we can get everything started from there.
Yeah, we want you to be able to take a tour so you can really feel what we're actually trying to express here.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to meet the whole team and the students and see them hands-on. So yeah, come on in.
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful experience. Can't wait to see you there.